Let's get woo-woo for a minute and talk about how to activate the spirit in your life, or as I like to call it,
Invoke the power in me.
you can do it too. Stick with me, I'll tell you more. I'm Bridget Hart, an Aries with 13 fire signs in her birth chart, who grew up as a PK. Let's get woo-woo. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell down below so I can let you know when I have new content. I recently did a video about how to connect to spirit, and I talked about getting quiet and getting connected to the other people and things around you. Now I want to dive a little bit more into that, and I want to talk about how to activate the spirit, or how to put the spirit to work for you. Maybe this is a controversial topic, and the language used around this could fill up many sets of encyclopedias, because all of us have different words we like to use for what I'm going to talk about today. But for the purposes of this video, I'm gonna call it activating the spirit in your life. I touched on my first point briefly in that initial video that I shared about how to connect to spirit. And the first point is connection, okay? So when we talk about trying to activate the spirit in your life, the first thing you need to do in order to activate the spirit is get connected. Okay, so what do I mean when I say get connected? It doesn't mean go to a church, doesn't mean that you need to tithe to somewhere. What does that mean? The truth is, it can mean anything for anyone, ultimately, because the connection portion actually refers to a connection that already exists, it's already present. It's really just a matter of you seeing it, focusing in on it, understanding it, and I'll talk about the next point in a moment, but being intentional about it. When I say that you connect to everything around you, does that include people? Yes, of course it does. All the people that would be around you. That could include neighbors, the garbage man, the mailman, church members, people that you work with, people you run with, people you bowl with. Anybody that you're around for any reason are the people that I'm talking about in terms of connecting to spirit. So what about the people we don't like that much? Are they spirit too? Yes, they are. They are. So our connection to them also is a part of this spiritual connection I'm talking about. Now, does that mean that we need to be closely connected to every single person that's out there? No, it doesn't. And we're not going to be ever, because they're at different varying distances from us at any given time, right? Our energies are interacting in different ways at any given time. And we get to have a lot of input over how much connection we're having with different parts of spirit around us, okay? Other things though that include connecting, or things that we can connect to, is nature. Not only the actual ground we walk on, but the trees and the plants and the flowers that we find, the grasses that are growing, the beautiful cannabis that I love so much, as well as the animals that we share this world with, as well as the wind, the air, oxygen, the carbon dioxide. You know, all of the elements that make up our universe are connections that we can make that can help us activate spirit. Point is, everything is spirit, nature, the ancestors, talking with your family, going for a walk, telling a story, listening to music. All of these things are forms of spirit that we get to interact with energetically. So what about the garbage? Like I talked already about the people that we maybe don't want very much, and we can adjust how our connection is to them, but is the garbage valuable? And the truth is, yes, we're connected to the garbage in the dumpster, the literal actual garbage. We are connected to it energetically, whether we want to be or not, we are. And the spirit is tied into that connection between us and that garbage even, right? So how are we treating the garbage? What are we doing with the garbage? Are we paying attention to what's happening with the garbage? Are we paying attention to what the garbage is doing to our earth, etc., right? These are the things that connecting will cause us to begin to think about. So the next component in how to activate the spirit in your life, or is intention, right? So in my series, How to Stop Letting Anxiety and Negative Thoughts Ruin Your Life, I talk a bit about several different habits or things that we can do that will help us minimize those negative thoughts and that anxiety. And intention is a word that sums up nicely how each of those habits work and why they work the way they do. It's because they require us to put a certain amount of intentional thought into how we're executing certain parts of our day, our relationships, our decision making, etc., right? It causes us to have to think about it quickly and intentionally to make a decision that will be in alignment with love and with our walk journey on this earth, right? So intention is how you really move the spirit to do on your behalf. So what is your intention? That's what you need to ask yourself. If you're finding that spirit is not activating on your behalf, or things aren't going the way that you want them to be going right now, you want to think about, what is it that you want? What do you really, really want? And is your life currently showing that or manifesting that? And if it's not, why not, right? So what is your intention? What do you want more than anything under all the things? Yeah, you want money. Why do you want money, right? Why do you want that freedom or whatever it is that you wanted for money? Why do you want that? Why do you want that? Why do you want that? Keep digging deeper until you can figure out what's the why behind what I'm doing, what's moving me, what's driving me. And as you figure out your why, spirit is going to be able to help manifest that for you in your reality. The third part of how to activate spirit in your life is creation. Okay, so you can get connected to all the people and spend time connecting to nature and do all this yoga and meditation and breath work and all this great things to get connected and intentional, right? But if you don't create out of that intention, if you don't bring something out of your body, out of yourself, out of your existence, then spirit has no way to activate, right? It needs your creation in the process to be able to manifest what it's going to manifest. Right now, you're not the only creator. You're one of many creators. Everything you're connected to is also creating. But your creation is how you're going to activate spirit on your behalf and in your favor. So what do I mean when I say creation? Well, if you go back to one of my videos that I put out recently about how to stop letting anxiety and negative thoughts ruin your life, I believe it was episode 7, I talked about the heart habit record. And the idea behind record is that you literally take the thoughts, visions, senses, things that are inside of you, take them out of your body and put them into a recorded format of some sort, whether it's audio, visual, painting, sculpting, writing, journaling, etc., right? In any kind of method. Now, that's a great example of creation. Okay, now it doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to be that you need to come up with some specific divinely inspired creation in order for spirit to activate for you. No, you just simply need to let what's in you come out and see what has been created. The main point behind these messages and the way that I say them and the way that I talk about these principles is for it to be inclusive and for you to understand and know that these principles apply to you no matter what religion you are, no matter what gender you are, no matter what any different type of label that people or you might have put on yourself. These principles apply to you. You are energy, and therefore it applies. So let me know if there's a question that you have about spirit, spiritual activity, how to connect to spirit, how to activate spirit, any of those things. I love talking about it. I love getting in touch with it myself and also doing it with other people who are like-minded. Have a great day. Don't forget to visit me at thehearthabits.com. Love you.